Welcome to Mathas, Bounty Hunter. Hope you're excited. As far as opening hand goes, yes, love it. We got make sure we got the mana online for Mathas, and also got Mortify, Snuff Out, Obnixilis, a little bit of card draw, and we'll keep on this one in a heartbeat. Playing against Ghoulcaller Gisa. It's been a long time since I played against her, so it should be a fun matchup. We are playing Mathas, Fiend, Sinker, Menace. At the beginning of your instep, put a bounty counter on target creature and opponent controls, and then actually let's make the land drop for the turn, and I'll cover that in just a second. Let's go and lead off with the... we're going to lead off with the Scrub land. I think we're okay with that. We're going to go and pass the turn. So, whenever put a bounty counter on target creature and opponent controls, for as long as that creature has a bounty counter on it, whenever this creature dies, each opponent draws a card and gains 2 life. Playing against Ghoulcaller Gisa. And then draw into another plane. Let's go and get the rugged... Actually, we'll get the plateau down. That way we're online for terminate. Anything else, we're going to kick it over there. Playing against Ghoulcaller Gisa. 1 black mana, sacrifice another creature. Create X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Oh, wonderful. Our opponent does get down an Urborg, so it's going to turn all these red-white lands online. Love it. Opponent gets down the Marauding Bone Slasher. Can't block unless you control a zombie through the body. Okay. And then we draw into Wooded Foothills. Let's go ahead and get the... Let's get the Wooded Foothills down. Let's go and crack that. And just to be safe, I'm going to go and grab another black source off this one. Just to be, in case our opponent blows up the Urborg or something. I don't know. Who knows? I don't want to have it, not be able to access at least 2 black mana. Let's go and grab the Badlands. Let's go and go for Mathas now. It's going to be white, red, and then black. There we go. Get down Mathas. I don't know why it's so hard to tap out for 3 colored mana. Always feel like I'm about to do it wrong. To get down Mathas, I'm going to be able to get the bounty counter onto that Bone Slasher. Just get that little brand on it. I love it. I think that's one of my favorite things about... think about how I'm trying to describe it. There's something really nice about like the physical aspect to a magic card. Like I've always enjoyed Grimgrin in the fact that it enters the battlefield tapped and it doesn't untap unless you sacrifice a creature. And so you have that mechanical aspect where you have to do something to kind of make it work. And the fact that Mathas has that little brand in his art and you get to put those bounty counters on there, oh, love it. Flavorful. Makes me feel really happy. All right, opponent does have a zombie on the battlefield, so we're going to be able to swing in Liliana's Reaver. Swinging in for 3. And then what we're probably going to do for next turn is simply go for that Terminate on the Bone Slasher. It's going to keep the Liliana's Reaver from being able to swing in. And main thing is we're going to keep those creatures off the battlefield for that Ghoulcaller Gisa to make sure we don't get some zombies going from our opponent. Okay, we draw into Royal Assassin. So that's going to be 4 total mana for the turn. That can be Terminate, but not Royal Assassin. Let's go and push in with Mathas. They can't block at this point. And then we'll figure out exactly what we're going to go for. All right, swinging it for 3. What we can do is if we just go and pass the turn without getting down Royal Assassin, we still have more. We have a swap with Snuff Out we can go for and Terminate. So let's do this. Let's get down the Rugged Prairie, and then we can still go for Snuff Out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for Royal Assassin. I like this line. Let's go for Royal Assassin. Tap out for 1. Get on the Royal Assassin. We'll be able to put the bounty counter on Liliana's Reaver. And then we'll be able to, before they swing in, we'll kind of be able to keep the Bone Slasher from being able to swing in by targeting the Liliana's Reaver with Snuff Out. Excuse me. Destroy target non-black creature. Got ahead of myself. We're not going to be able to do that. So they're going to be able to swing in with Liliana's Reaver. Dang it. Sorry about that. Opponent gets on the Cemetery Reaper. So we will have to go for Terminate and Mortify later and then kind of take care of the rest of those. So our opponent's going to be able to swing in for 9. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and they're going to get a 2/2 black zombie token. Yep. Sorry about that. That does happen. All right. Opponent's going to get the Liliana. And I guess at this point, get the Liliana's Reaver trigger. We'll just probably go ahead and get rid of the planes at this point right now. Get the zombie on the battlefield, and then we can do a little bit of cleanup duty next turn. We'll be online for Terminate and Mortify, and then we'll just kind of use Snuff Out as a paperweight in our hand because our opponent has an entire deck full of black creatures. So unless they get like a artifact creature, that might work. Might be able to use it that way. Okay, let's go ahead and let's go get the mountain down since our opponent does have the Urborg out. What's going to be the best way that we can do this? We're not going to be able to block on Mathas. Let's go do this. Let's go and push in. Swinging with Mathas. It's going to be a 3/3 body. They don't have enough blockers. And we get into the spots where we can use Royal Assassin on the Liliana's Reaver to kind of draw a card, and then use Mortify and Terminate on the Cemetery Reaper, and then yeah, I like that. All right, it's going to be 6 total commander damage, puts him down to 24. Let's go and go for the Royal Assassin on Liliana's Reaver. Oh, feels good to get Royal Assassin going. We're going to draw a card, gain 2 life. See what we draw into. Lightning Greaves. Do we want to get that onto Mathas at this point right now? I think we're okay. Let's get the bounty count. I want to use Mortify and Terminate. Let's go and put the extra counter on the Cemetery Reaper. And then before they have a chance to activate it, let's go and go for Terminate on the Reaper. That's going to be black and red. Destroy that creature. We're going to gain 2 life, draw a card. Oh, look at that. Wonderful. Draw into Crow Mox, and then let's go ahead and go for Mortify. Yeah, we're going to do it. Mortify on the bone over there. It's going to be white, black, and then the Rugged Prairie. Okay, take care of the Bone Slasher, and then we're going to get another card draw, gain a couple life, put us back to 23, and then draw into Faith is Saluting. Okay, we're going to go and pass the turn over our opponent. So this is pretty much textbook of what you want Mathas to do. You want to utilize all of your mana, not your mana, excuse me, your removal, to kind of take care of those. Ooh, Grave Titan. Get those 2 zombies going. But yeah, you want to utilize all your... you want to trade basically kind of like a war of attrition. You basically want to use your removal to get ahead 2 for 1 your opponent. You know, get rid of a creature and draw a card, get those cards flowing into your hand. It's basically just if you can start out drawing your opponent with Mathas, it's pretty much going to allow you to win the game most of the time. You know, there's going to be times where you lose, but it really does. It's kind of the name of the game is getting the card draw going. Okay, you draw to Skeletal Scrying. Let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and go for, let's make the land drop. Let's go for Urborg. Let's go for Ob Nixilis. It's going to be black, black, Rugged Prairie, and then tap out for 1 more on the Scrub land. And we can actually use the Crow Mox for that snuff out because we're not going to really have a use for it. Let's go for the -3 ability on the Grave Titan. Yeah, I like that. We need to take care of Grave Titan. Take care of the Grave Titan. We want to push in with Mathas. It's going to be 2/2 body over there. Let's go and get the Crow Mox. Let's go for the snuff out, exiling that. We're going to exile Snuff out because also we've got some good stuff in the hand that we can use Skeletal Scrying. Let's go Snuff out. It's going to go Lightning Greaves. It's going to be 1/2. It's going to get the Lightning Greaves onto Mathas. And I think at this point, I guess we'll wait and see what our opponent wants to do. We could go for Royal Assassin on one of those zombie tokens, but we can put it on one that's going to be swinging in. We'll just kind of wait until next turn to really utilize the Skeletal Scrying. I think I like that. Okay, let's go and pass the turn. Let's get the bounty counter on one of those. Put it on the one of the zombies. That way, we put the bounty counter on there. If they do swing with that zombie, we can go for the Royal Assassin before it's going to be able to swing in. And then swinging with all of them, we'll be online for Mathas, kind of stopping that zombie from coming across. But outside of that, as far as the deck goes, a little bit of Voltron, a little bit of stacks. Always a lot of fun to go for that. One card in particular that I've really enjoyed in the deck is a Brutal Horde Chief. Man, talk about fun. Whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain a life. And then for 5 mana, creatures your opponents control block the start of Fable, and you get to choose how those creatures block. So it's a lot of fun. And also with Royal Assassin. I used to play a lot of Royal Assassin when I was getting into Magic, and it feels really good to have it online. I just don't really have, I don't have it in a lot of decks that I play in. All right, we're going to draw a card, gain 2 life, go for the throat. Let's go ahead and chump block on one of the other creatures. It's okay if we lost Ob Nixilis on this one. At this point, we've just basically dealt with everything our opponents got onto the board state. I mean, they got off to a really good start. Grave Titan, Cemetery Reaper, and the Reaver. Some solid zombies right there. Our opponent does not get down the Ghoulcaller. Okay. Dark Tutelage. Let's go and do this. Let's go and push in with Mathas to get that 3 commander damage coming across. There we go. Ooh, do not want Royal Assassin swinging in. Swinging for 3 is going to be 9 total commander damage we dealt. Put them down to 21. And let's go ahead and do this. So let's go for Dark Tutelage. Yeah, let's go Dark Tutelage. It's going to be black, black, and the Crow Mox. Skeletal Scrying. We could go for Faith is Saluting. Let's go ahead and get the bounty counter on the zombie token, and then we'll go for the Royal Assassin to get it. Oh, look at that. Love it. Necrotal. Okay, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, this is pretty much textbook what you want to be doing with Mathas is getting it down, swinging it out. I mean, you're going to have a lot of games where you just simply just kind of nickel and dime your opponent out with commander damage and really take advantage of it. Opponent's going to go for Grave Betrayal. Whenever a creature that you don't control dies, return to the battlefield under your control with an additional +1 counter. It's a zombie in addition to other types. Okay, not too bad. And I guess at this point, if we're trying to really be aggressive, let's go and go for a Skeletal Scrying for 3. I mean, it's not really going to get that much bigger. And we only have about 5 cards in the graveyard. So I like this. It's going to be Wooded Foothills, Plains, and then we'll go and grab that. Let's do this just a little bit differently. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not that we can really bring back anything out of the graveyard in our colors, but I like leaving Mortify in there just in case we need it for some other deal with that Grave Betrayal. We're going to go Ob Nixilis, Terminate, and then the Plains. Click Done. All right, draw 3 cards. Wonderful. Draw into Crawl Space and City of Brass. Okay, and then we still have the Dark Tutelage to go for, too. At this point, we're kind of digging for another Voltron piece, something like Sword of Feast and Famine or Sword of Fire and Ice. And in fact, let's go and do that now. Let's go for the Night's Whisper. See if we can't dig a little bit deeper. Got Crow Mox going. Draw 2 cards. Worst case scenario, we'll just end up, ooh, Queen Marchesa. I think I like that. Let's do that. Let's go Queen Marchesa. Yeah, enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. All right, let's go for that. Queen Marchesa. And tap out with the Herb Board. We'll go and get down the City of Brass, because that way it still keeps us online for Go for the Throat. Okay, we're going to become the Monarch, get that card draw going. And as far as, with us having Dark Tutelage out there, there's really only one card we need to worry about. And then that's going to be Overwhelming Splendor, but I think we're going to be okay with Dark Tutelage out there. Let's go and swing it with the Crew. That's going to be 7 coming across, put our opponent down to 14. Yeah, we could go for Dolmen Gate, but we can get that down next turn. I like leaving up Go for the Throat. Okay, going to pass the turn to our opponent. We have nothing for Mathas, and then we'll get that Monarch token on there. Draw a card. And we will have to discard down to hand size. Palace Jailer. Let's go ahead and get rid of, at this point... Yeah, I like Faithless Looting. We'll get rid of the Cliffs. I think I'm okay with that. And then kick it over to our opponent. So at this point right now, they can get down Ghoulcaller Gisa. They needed some sort of removal to really utilize the Grave Betrayer. And that's going to be Yahini's expertise. All creatures get -3/-3 until end of turn. Okay. We'll still be able to... I think we'll still be able to do something with that. Let's see how we can do that. All right, so with Grave Betrayal, whenever a creature you control that returns to the battlefield under your control with additional +1 counter at the beginning of the next end step. We can still cast Mathas out of the command zone and go for the Lightning Greaves to get it on there. So we'll still be able to swing in, but we need to be able to deal with the 2 creatures out there. Now, if we go for the Throat, that'll keep it off the battlefield. I'm loving that. Looks pretty good. The main thing is we'll need to take care of the Royal Assassin. All right, get the Grave Betrayal. This is one of those cards that I've seen it forever, and finally get to see it in action. It's pretty cool. Opponent's going to get the Queen Marchesa, get that Queen Monarch token back, and then get the Royal Assassin back. Yeah, let's go and do this. So if we go for the Throat on the Royal Assassin, that's going to get rid of that. And then Queen Marchesa, we can follow up with the Custodial Lich. They have to still sacrifice a creature. I guess it doesn't really matter which one we target. We'll just go and choose Queen Marchesa. That's going to be black, and then either way we tap the City of Brass. I think we're still going to get 1 damage because of that ability. All right, take care of Queen Marchesa. Goes back into the bin. Have the Dark Tutelage going. Drawn to Temple of Triumph. Okay, that's good. And then our other card is Mana Confluence. Let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and get the Temple of Triumph down. Get that Scry going. See if we can't dig into something with Faithless Looting. So I'm going to put that on the bottom. And if we go for Custodial Lich, we'll get the Monarch back and we'll get the card draw going, and then we can still go for Faithless Looting. I like that. Let's do that. Let's go for Custodial Lich. It's going to be black, black off the Chrome Mox, and tap out for 1 more. Go for the Custodial Lich. I think I was saying Custodial. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't. It just popped in my head. It's like, man, you've been saying that wrong. All right, we'll get the Lich down. They're going to have each player's basically, whenever we become the Monarch, destroy target non-artifact creature. Okay, that's a bummer. They're going to be able to get that back. Opponent's bouncing back pretty nice from dealing with everything on their board state. They're not going to be able to get rid of that sacrifice on the Royal Assassin. Let's go ahead and tap out for the... Let's go for Faithless Looting. Because we can kind of set up to... We have a pretty explosive hand next turn if we draw into one of our Voltron pieces. Draw into Kea. And then Throne of the High City. Let's get rid of the Mana Confluence and Throne of High City. And do we want to get down Dolmen Gate to lose 1 life? Afraid all combat damage will be dealt to attacking creature that you control. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to get it down there. We're going to tap out. We can lose 1 life on this one. Tap out for 2. Get down to Dolmen Gate, and we'll get 1 damage to else, puts us down to 13. Now, they will be getting back the Lich, so... we don't have a creature out there, so really it's just going to be the Lich is going to be out there. We don't have to worry about that sacrifice ability. Then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. Now with Kea, it says exile 1 target creature, return that creature under its owner's control. And so I think if I'm correct, we can start bouncing some of our opponent's creatures to or at least bouncing some of the creatures our opponents are taking from Grave Betrayal, and they'll be able to put it back on our side of the battlefield. Now, we did draw into Fumigate, so if they do get a few more zombies going, let's say they do get down Ghoulcaller Gisa, we still have Fumigate to kind of rely back on. That way we can at least gain a little bit of life, get a little bit of a buffer from that. Okay, and our opponent will be able to swing in for 7, which is going to put us down to about 6. So we may end up going for that Fumigate next turn. All right, swinging in for 7. Going to put us down to 6, but hey, if they squeeze this one out, go for it. It's pretty cool. It's always fun to get to see something like Grave Betrayal online. All right, we're down to 6, and let's see what we draw into. They're going to draw an additional card. We have Dark Tutelage. Hopefully it's not overwhelming. Okay, it's just Painful Truths. Draw the Path to Exile. Let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and go for that Fumigate. I like that. It's going to be white. Get down to the wire. And that's going to be, sorry about that, the phone's going off. It's going to go for the tap out for the Herb Board. That's going to be 3 life gain that we get from that, and they're not going to be able to activate Ghoulcaller Gisa. And do we want to go for, we're going to have to tap out for 1 on the Kaya, but we're going to be able to gain a life, and they're not going to be able to go for that. Let's go and do this. Let's go for Kaya. I'm okay with losing 1 life on this one. Kaya. Sorry, I'm all over the place with her name. We're looking at white. And the tap out for 1 on City of Brass is going to put us down to 5. So what we can do is we can go for that -1 ability. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 2 life. 2 life and we gain 2 life. So we'll go for that. Make sure that we don't really get into spots where that Dark Tutelage is kind of our undoing. And then, sorry, my phone keeps going off. Somebody at work keeps calling me. We'll get down Ghost Assassin down. Let's go for the -1 ability. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. It's going to go 7, and it puts our opponent down to 12. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. So, at this point right now, we're still online for Mathas. We can tap out for Mathas, get the Lightning Greaves on there, start pushing in against our opponent. We're not really going to get anywhere close to commander damage. At least at this point right now, we'll be at 15. But with having Path to Exile and Palace Jailer and Necrotal in the hand, we can at least kind of deal with some stuff, or at least have another body onto the battlefield. Okay, opponent gets down the Night Market Lookout. Whenever it becomes tapped, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain a life, and then Magus of the Coffers. All right. And we'll see if we want to exile something with Kaya. We could get into the spot to where we simply just still keep going for that -1 to kind of make sure we don't lose out on something like this. Draw an extra card, okay. And then let's go for the Dark Tutelage, see what we flip off of that. Hope it's not over. Okay, Damnation, wonderful, exactly what we needed. And then draw the Catacombs. Let's go and get the Catacombs down, man. This is getting pretty tight. Let's go ahead and go for the -1. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Let's go ahead and go for Damnation. That's going to be black. It's going to be black, Chrome Mox, and then the Mountain. Now we can go for Mathas because it's going to be 2. I think you get a 2/2 zombie token. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and push in with Mathas. I like that. Mathas is going to be 5. It's going to be red. It's going to be white. It's going to be black. And then I guess we'll still have the City of Brass. We're going to have to go for that. Yeah, 1 and then 2. Okay, we're going to get down Mathas. Let's go and get the Lightning Greaves on there. That way we can still go and push in and kind of get our opponent down to 7. That'll be another commander damage that we can go for. Let's go and push in. And if they want to swing in with a Kaya, they can definitely go for that. We have Path to Exile backup. All right, swinging in for 3. It's going to put our opponent down to 7, 15 total commander damage. And then they have 1 card in the hand. If we need to go for Path to Exile City of Brass, we can. The main thing is we did get the Monarch token back, so we can get that card draw going. All right, let's go and put the bounty counter on the zombie token. And actually, if they do swing in us with the zombie token, well, it's going to depend. I'm trying to figure out, make sure we don't we don't die to our own Dark Tutelage. I love card drawing. I love losing life. But when you get down this low, you're just kind of like, uh-oh. Keep our fingers crossed on this one. All right, see what they have to show for it. They can still get down Ghoulcaller. They made all their land drops. They are sitting at 9 mana. Ghoulcaller's only been sent back to the command zone once, so we're looking at 7 mana for them to get down Ghoulcaller. See how they're going to swing in. If they're swinging in at Kaya, we'll let that go through. If they're swinging at us, that's going to put us down to 4. It's going to put us down to 2. I guess we need to go for Path on this one. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go for Path on the zombie token. We're going to miss out on the we're going to miss out on the county trigger, the bounty counter, because we're exiling instead of destroying it. So we're going to miss out on that, unfortunately, getting rid of that extra life gain that we desperately need. But as far as I'm looking at my deck list right now, so the majority of our deck is 1 drop, 2 drops, and 3 drops. We do have a lot of 4 drops, 5 drops, We only have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have about 7 5-drops in here. So we'll see what we can do on this one. We'll keep our fingers crossed that it's a land. But hey, like Dark, you can see my profile picture over here. It's a Dark Confidant, greatness at any cost. So that's what we got to do. See if we survive this one. Okay, is there anything we can do? Instant speed. All right, let's see what the reveal is. The last one was okay. Flashback Marauder. I'll take that. Go down to 1. Let's go for the activation off the Planeswalker. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. We're gonna go for the Flashback Marauder. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Each player's gonna have to sacrifice a creature. That's gonna be us getting rid of Ghoulcaller. We're gonna get rid of Flashbag. I'm trying to think, is there any way? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Flashbag. They're still gonna be able to push in for 3. And they'll be able to bring that back. So we do need to get down. Let's go push in for 3. And did they send? Yeah, Ghoulcaller went back to the command zone. Okay. Swinging in for a 3/3 body. It's going to put our opponent down to 2. 18. If we want another body, I guess we could go for Faithless Looting. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's dig a little bit deeper with Faithless Looting. Let's tap out. Actually, let's do that a little bit differently. Let's go for Chrome Mox. And we tap out 1 red on the Badlands, and we'll go for Chrome Mox. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. I'm not really sure what we're kind of digging into. We'll go and get rid of Crawl Space and get rid of Necrotl. It's going to make the land drop for the turn, get down the Concealed Courtyard. It'll be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could get down to Ready. Get a Construct token. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's get that. Let's go for red, black, and then tap the Rugged Prince. Do not want to tap out on the City of Brass. Get down to Ready. We're going to create a... Get a colorless artifact token onto the battlefield. Go for the +1 ability. Oh, this is down to the wire. Plus up on this one. And then, anything else, we're going to go and pass there and kick it over our opponent. Okay. Get the nothing for the Mathas, and we'll get the Monarch token going. And that at least gives us another creature to where if they do bring back Fleshbag, we have the Construct token to exile. Not exile, sacrifice off that. Okay, they have to sacrifice Fleshbag. And they'll be able to bring it back at the beginning of the, actually, yeah. But we have enough mana to where we can actually put the Lightning Greaves onto Mathas, so we don't have to worry about that. Or simply we can just go for Kaya to go for the -2 ability with them sitting at 2. So even if they roll a bunch of stuff out there, Fleshbag did come back. But I think the way it's worded, I don't think they're going to be able to bring it back since it did go back to our graveyard. Return all zombie creature cards from your graveyard, then destroy all humans. So that will be, Mathas is a, straight up vampire. Coming to play tapped, and that's going to be 6 total mana. I don't think there's anything we can do. Instant speed. Let's see. Keep the fingers crossed. Okay, let's get it popped up. We revealed Fleshbag. Come on, land. Let's go land. Okay, Polluted Delta. Let's go and go for the. Let's go for Kaya. Each opponent loses 2 life when gain 2 life, and that should be enough to go ahead and close it out right there without us having to swing in. Puts us down to, we're going to go to 5, and our opponent's going to go down to 0 with that that activated ability. We can push him with Mathas, but I want to get this on the battlefield right now. Hey, awesome, man. Best of luck. Great game, man. Definitely enjoyed it. So there you go. You can see where Mathas is definitely a card draw style deck. We're wanting to just really get our resources going, trying to draw as many cards as possible. Okay, sorry about the weird edit. The game kind of popped out real quick and I didn't really kind of wrap it up. But yes, Mathas is 100% a card draw style deck. We want to trade as many resources with our opponent. Using our removal spells to really take advantage of Mathas's bounty counter. And then shout out to our opponent. This was a wonderful game. A lot of fun, a lot of zombie action, a lot of back and forth. So this is pretty much everything you want in a Commander game. And it's got down to the wire. I'm glad that we didn't. I think the next card draw after that Polluted Delta was the Heritage. So that would have been game over for us on that one. So definitely glad to see a Polluted Delta to help us kind of close the game out. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.